We spent the last few months looking all around the world to try to find the companies and entities who are paying Donald Trump to rent space in all of his different buildings. And at the end of it, we came up with about $175 million total. We were able to track about $135 million of that to specific tenants and put estimates on each of the companies. So if you look around, it's sort of a fascinating list. You know, you've got on the small end, U.S. Postal Service, which ultimately reports to the president, is paying some rent to him. And then you've got big companies, you know, so Gucci is at the top of the list, paying an estimated $21 million a year. And if you look across the board, these present a lot of different potential conflicts of interest. Dozens of the companies have serious interests before the federal government. One that especially stood out was Walgreens Boots Alliance. Back in 2015, the highest paying tenant in the Trump building, which is down on Wall Street in New York City. So Walgreens Boots Alliance was trying to do a deal for about $9.5 billion to buy Rite Aid. And that's such a big deal that it has to be approved by federal regulators. In the first quarter of 2017, which is the quarter that Donald Trump takes office, Walgreens Boots Alliance begins directly lobbying the White House on what the forms say are competition policy issues. Now, Walgreens says that it wasn't related to that specific deal, but ultimately the deal does get passed through during Trump's administration, and one of the regulators who helped push it through is then shortly thereafter appointed by Donald Trump to be a federal judge. We don't know if there was anything nefarious, but we've never had these sorts of situations before in U.S. history where people have to look at these set of circumstances and wonder whether regulators or whether the president is making decisions based on his own financial interests or based on what's best for the country. So this investigation is ongoing. We've tracked what we believe is about 75% of the rental income flowing into Donald Trump's coffers, but that means that there are still tens of millions of dollars that we have not tracked. So if you know any companies that are in Trump properties, or if you know about how much they're paying, please send an email to trumptenants@forbes.com.